Have you ever found a strange bruise on your body and thought, where did that come from? Or maybe you felt a sudden wave of weakness hit you for no reason at all. For many, there's also a deeper fear, that chilling feeling that you're not really alone, even when you are. While it's easy to write these things off, in the Islamic tradition, they could be seen as signs that an unseen entity, a jinn, is impacting your life. And the indicators are often clearer than you might think. Today we're going to explore 5 major signs of jinn possession, drawing from the knowledge of Islamic scholars and guidance from the Qur'an and Sunnah. Most importantly, we'll cover what you can do to protect yourself. But first, we have to talk about something really important. This topic needs to be approached with balance and wisdom. Many of the signs we're about to discuss can also be symptoms of physical or psychological health conditions. Modern medicine has well-documented explanations for things like mood swings, sleep issues, and even physical marks on the body. Because of this, your very first step should always be to talk with doctors and mental health professionals to rule out any other causes. The information here is based on Islamic spiritual beliefs and is meant to be a faith-based perspective on experiences that might be hard to explain otherwise. It is not a substitute for professional medical advice. With that understanding in place, let's get into the signs. One of the most unsettling things some people report is the sudden appearance of physical marks. This might be bruises, often blue or greenish, that show up on the legs, arms, or torso when you know you haven't bumped into anything. Some people even talk about waking up with long scratches on their back or chest, even though they sleep alone. Beyond just marks, this sign can also include persistent, mysterious aches and pains that doctors can't seem to figure out. Maybe it's a constant splitting headache that medicine doesn't touch, or a chronic exhaustion that sleep doesn't fix. Medically, all your tests might come back perfectly normal, yet you feel like you're in a state of constant physical suffering. Now, while Islamic teachings strongly urge us to seek medical explanations first, the spiritual framework offers another perspective for cases where no earthly cause can be found. It's believed that jinn, being created from a smokeless fire, can have rare interactions with our physical world that leave behind real evidence. The pain isn't in your head, it feels real because the torment is real, but its source, according to this belief, comes from an unseen external influence. The second sign moves from the body to your emotions. And this isn't just about having a bad day or feeling a little moody. We're talking about extreme, sudden emotional swings that feel completely out of character. A person could be laughing one minute and then, with no trigger, suddenly fall into a deep, uncontrollable crying spell. Or even more frightening, they might fly into a rage over something tiny and insignificant. Friends and family might notice a total personality change. Someone who was once calm and kind might become hostile, paranoid, and quick to anger. Internally, you might feel a constant, suffocating anxiety or a deep depression that has no logical reason. It feels like your emotions have been hijacked. They don't feel like your feelings anymore, they feel like something foreign that's been injected into your mind. From an Islamic perspective, this is a common tactic. The belief is that by messing with a person's emotions, a jinn can cause chaos in their life, ruin their relationships, and push them toward despair. It's like a form of psychological warfare waged from the unseen world, designed to weaken a person's spirit. The third sign often shows up when you're at your most vulnerable, during sleep. This is more than just a typical bad dream. We're talking about recurring, vivid, and absolutely terrifying nightmares. These nightmares often have common themes like being chased by vicious animals, especially black dogs or snakes, falling from a great height over and over, or finding yourself in scary, desolate places like graveyards. Another deeply disturbing experience is sleep paralysis. Science explains sleep paralysis as a natural glitch, where your mind wakes up before your body does. However, within the context of spiritual affliction, the experience is described as much more sinister. People report not just being frozen, but feeling a heavy weight crushing their chest, a sense of being choked, or the distinct and terrifying feeling that there's an evil presence in the room. They might even hear menacing whispers or see dark, shadowy figures standing near their bed. These don't feel like dreams, they feel like attacks. You wake up not just scared, but physically and emotionally exhausted, often too afraid to go back to sleep. This cycle of fear and exhaustion only makes you weaker. This next sign is perhaps one of the most spiritually telling. It's when a person who once found peace in their faith suddenly feels a strong, unexplainable hatred for any form of worship or remembrance of God. This isn't just laziness or a temporary dip in faith. It's a powerful, almost physical repulsion. When the Qur'an is recited, they might feel agitated, anxious, or even get a severe headache or a tightness in their chest. They might find it impossible to focus during prayer, or feel a powerful urge to just stop completely. Even just trying to remember Allah to do dhikr can feel incredibly difficult, as if their tongue is tied. Sometimes a person will feel totally fine right up until the moment they try to do something religious. As soon as they decide to pray or open the Qur'an, a wave of anxiety, anger, or intense sleepiness washes over them, and it only goes away the moment they give up. This is a key distinction scholars make. Feeling a little sleepy while reading is one thing, but feeling a distressing, painful, and abnormal reaction is considered a major red flag. From an Islamic view, a jinn's goal is to cut the connection between a person and their creator. Since worship is what strengthens that bond and acts as a shield, the jinn works to make those acts feel unbearable. The final sign is a big shift in social behavior and personal habits, specifically a strong desire to be alone. The person might suddenly pull away from family and friends, choosing to be by themselves for long stretches of time, often in dark rooms. This is more than just being an introvert. It's a complete change from their normal social life, and they might even become hostile to loved ones who try to help. In Islamic tradition, it's believed that jinn are drawn to deserted, dark, and unclean places. As a result, a person under this kind of influence might start to feel comfortable in these environments. A specific detail that's often mentioned is spending an unusually long time in the bathroom, a place considered ritually unclean, sometimes even talking or muttering to themselves while in there. You might also see a noticeable decline in personal hygiene as a once clean person becomes neglectful of their appearance. This isolation does two things for the entity. First, it cuts the person off from their support system, the very people who would notice something is wrong and try to get them help. Second, it keeps them away from places where God is remembered, like family homes or the mosque, and pulls them into spaces where the jinn feels stronger. After hearing all of that, it's natural to feel a little scared, but it's so important to understand this. In Islam, while the threat is real, your power to protect yourself is even realer. The Qur'an and the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did not leave us defenseless. Islam gives us a powerful spiritual shield. The heart of this protection is simple: turning to Allah. A jinn is a creature of Allah, and it has no real power over a believer who is under Allah's protection. The key is to actively seek and maintain that divine shield through specific actions and, most importantly, sincere faith. The moment you stop focusing on the fear and start focusing on the solution, everything changes. So, how do you build this spiritual shield? Islam gives us clear and powerful tools. First, the recitation of specific verses from the Qur'an. The most powerful of these is Ayat al-Kursi, verse 255 of Surah al-Baqarah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that whoever recites this before sleeping will have a guardian from Allah protecting them all night, and no shaitan will come near them until morning. Make this a non-negotiable part of your nightly routine. Second, consistently recite the last 3 surahs of the Qur'an, Al-Ikhlas, Al-Falaq, and An-Nas. These are known as the verses of seeking refuge. Reciting them 3 times in the morning and 3 times in the evening is a prophetic practice that creates a powerful layer of protection against all kinds of evil. Third, stay on top of your 5 daily prayers, salah, and make regular dhikr, remembrance of Allah. Simple habits like saying Bismillah in the name of Allah before you eat, drink, or enter your home, and saying A'udhu billahi min ash-shaytan ir-rajim. I seek refuge in Allah from the accursed Satan before entering the bathroom. Fortify your daily life against these influences. Finally, and most importantly, is your overall state of faith. Living a life that is pleasing to Allah constantly strengthens your connection to the ultimate protector. The world of the unseen is real, and the signs we've talked about can be genuinely frightening. But the message of Islam isn't about fear, it's about empowerment through faith. While these signs should be taken seriously, and medical causes must always be ruled out first, the solution is always within our grasp. Your faith, your prayers, and your remembrance of God are your strongest shield, a fortress that no creature can break through without His permission. Trust in Allah, use the tools He has given us, and know that His protection is absolute. If you found this information helpful, please share it with anyone who might need to hear this message. Spreading beneficial knowledge is a beautiful deed. Don't forget to subscribe for more essential Islamic reminders. May Allah protect us all.